Hello, everyone. Is everyone all set? I call the meeting of the Select Board to order today, Wednesday, July 7th. It was to start at 7:30 p.m., but it is now starting at 7:35 p.m. A motion to open the meeting. I see we do have a quorum present, but on the roll call vote, since we have two of our members remote. Lou Gito.
Here.
Chairman Cavey.
I'm present as well and vote to start the meeting.
Okay. Mr. McCrisky is absent. I don't see him. Mr. Carrera.
I'll second Steve's motion, and I'm here.
And I'm here as well. So a motion to open the meeting now that we know we have a quorum. And I ask all to stand if you are able to salute our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In accordance with Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2025, which extends the Governor's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law GLC 30A, Section 20, until June 30th, 2027, this meeting will be conducted both in person and virtually via Google Meets. The meeting will be recorded by SMAC Cable Television and broadcast live and might be live streamed at www.stoughtontv.org. A recording of the meeting, transcript, or other comprehensive record of the proceeding will be posted on the town's website and or SMAC as soon as possible after the meeting if the live broadcast or live streaming is unsuccessful. Times are approximate and items may be taken out of order at the chair's discretion. I do want to take one item out of order, and that item is 9. Let's see. Wait just a minute. Okay, 6. Oh, here it is. It is item number 6. Consider candidate for appointment of the Board of Assessors. And Steve, can you please step forward, introduce yourself? I think this is the first time you've attended the Select Board meeting. Thank you. It's so nice meeting you. If you wanted to share a little bit about yourself, and welcome.
There you go.
Pull it towards you, too.
All right.
Okay.
How's that?
Oh,
That's good. Now I can hear myself.
Wonderful.
So thank you for having me here tonight. Myself, I'll give you a little background on myself. I've been valuing property since January of 1984. It's kind of a long time. I got into municipal work back in 2007, and this will be, let's see, my 4th community. I was at my last community for 14 years, learned quite a bit there, and coming to Stoughton, you're definitely going to elevate your education because there is a wide range of things going on here compared to what I might have found in my other community. And it's exciting for me to be here because every day goes by like a flash because of the amount of things that I'm learning here. Mm-hmm. So it's enjoyable.
Well, thank you very much. When I met you, I guess it was last week, when I stopped by the Assessors Department, I was so impressed. And I was impressed also when I read your department head report about some of the things that you wanted to do.
Okay.
That was really wonderful. But that's not the reason we're actually here today.
No.
It's for you to recommend to the Select Board someone for the Board of Assessors.
Right. Back on June 9th, I sent a couple of letters out. I do have a resource to track down who might be an appraiser in town. And that's not the only type of person that can serve on the board, but that's my background. And I think those individuals have had a background in training and valuing real property. So I think they would be an asset to the board. Did send it out to 2 individuals in town, and Paul Giannakoulis, who's from Farnham Road in town, responded quite quickly to my letter and came in. We met and provided his resume and an application for board to the town. And he has almost, it'll be 20 years of appraisal experience this coming January. So I think he is a residential appraiser, but I think that gives him a good perspective on a wide range of things, not just his residential ability, because you do have a fair amount of commercial in town here, but his training, I think, could be well suited to all of the values in town. So I think he'd be a great asset to the community.
Oh, great. So I met him earlier today, and he was very impressive. His background was impressive, and he said that he was a resident of Stoughton for 10 years.
Right.
And so we had a really nice conversation. But I asked first, Mr. Carrara, did you have any questions for Steve about the potential candidate?
Nope, I don't have any questions for you, Steve. I read his resume, and I followed up on yours, and everything was good. And meeting Mr. Giannakoulis tonight was very heartening, and it was a nice thing. So I don't have any problems with anything.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I think
Madam Chairman.
maybe if there are any residents that are watching, just to give you a little background, Paul was scheduled to be here, but he had a little bit of a health emergency that he had to head off to. Otherwise, he would have been here. So just to give you a little background as to why the candidate is not actually here tonight.
Thank you. I'll extend the invitation for questioning to Chairman Cavey.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. I've got no questions. Stephen, I'm sorry I'm not there to meet you personally, and I look forward to meeting and speaking with you one-on-one. But for right now, I just wanted to express my appreciation for bringing a candidate forth and for the work you're doing in the Assessor's Office.
Thank you.
How about you, Mr. Gito? Did you have any questions or comments?
My only comment is that thank you, Steve, for beating the bushes and finding people to help serve.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
True leadership. So thank you. I'll accept a motion to accept.
Madam Chairman, I make a motion to appoint Paul Giannakoulis as the next member of the Assessors Board.
Great.
Second.
Second by Mr. Gito. All in favor on the roll call vote. Chairman Cavey.
Yes.
Mr. Gito.
Yes.
Mr. Carrara.
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. Congratulations, and congratulations
very much.
to Paul as well.
Steve, thank you for taking that initiative.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wonderful.
We're still going to do more.
Okay, great. So we'll resume the natural flow of things. Item number 2, citizens' comments. Do we have any comments for, Mrs. Walsh, yes.
Cynthia Walsh, 1096 Park Street. The first comment is, I don't see any signs near the new firehouse to direct the public to that place. Usually there might be one at Park and Prospect, there might be one in Pleasant and Prospect, and there is a signage in front of the driveway to the firehouse, but it's not very impressive. In an emergency, especially if you're on the road, you go to the nearest police station or the nearest firehouse, hoping to get help. And I'm sure there's some people in Stoughton who don't even know where the new firehouse is, and they'd still go to the old one. Do we have signage that says that the Freeman Street station is closed? There, at the head of Freeman Street, there should be signage that says no longer fire services or something like that, because For 100 years, people went there. And in an emergency, you don't really think straight. But I do think the new firehouse needs signage at Park and Prospect, at Pleasant and Prospect, and something more impressive, because it is in the woods. It's not right on the street. And anyone who's not from Stoughton would drive right by it. The new signage just isn't impressive enough. On the idea of signage...
Wait just a minute, Mrs. Walsh. Mr. Coulter, can
Madam
you
Chair, I
look
think
into
that's
that?
a great idea, and Cynthia, I'll get on that first thing tomorrow morning. I think that's a great idea.
Great. Thank you. Mrs. Walsh, carry
Number
on.
2, on Sharon Street at Cobb Corner, that's Stoughton. And there used to be signage that marked the entrances and the exits going in and out. And people use it as a shortcut to go through to the mall. Some of the signage is gone. It's still on the pavement, but there's been several near accidents where people are entering the exit. And I don't know what happened to those signs. Maybe it's because they're doing a lot of development along that area, but the exit and entrance signs should be replaced.
Got it.
Even though they're on the pavement, not everyone is looking at the pavement. And my last item, when are the lights at Tosca and Central and Canton going to be actually operational? Blinking yellow and red isn't very helpful. So, I mean, it's been at least a month that those lights have been active, but they haven't been timed or set up properly.
Thank you, Mrs. Walsh. Mr. Carrara, do you have a comment on that?
Those lights will blink until the poles are removed on the sides of the road that have to go out, because you can't just open that road up and have somebody hit one of them poles. But mostly, those lights blinking like that, they were covered, now they're blinking, they're getting the traffic used to what's going on. And then once the roadway has all the obstructions out of there, because it's not even a finished pavement on that yet, then they'll light the lights and people will get used to that process next. But they can't, there's some small items, but mostly it's the telephone poles that have to be removed. They just can't stop traffic, because if somebody didn't stop short and they went to the right and hit a pole, it's on us.
That's the explanation I've been giving people.
That's the one.
But now that they've got it from the horse's mouth, I mean, people look at me askance and go, you know, that doesn't make sense and blah, blah, blah. So I can tell them that you've confirmed the information I've been giving them.
Yes. Additionally, Mr. Coulter, did you have a comment on
From
that?
Mr. Carrera, if I may.
Yes.
Scott, where exactly are those poles so I can make note of that?
They're on the, those poles would be on
At an
the...
intersection?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it east?
Of Tosca Drive?
Coming up the hill from West Street. There's poles on the right
Street to just past
up to the new Canton Street.
probably 10 poles still on the road
Yeah.
where they have to be removed.
Sergeant O'Connor, did you want a microphone? Because we can't hear you.
Jimmy, if you wouldn't mind just writing me a note tomorrow morning, and I'll follow up with Assistant Chief Maycomer to make sure that Verizon's got them scheduled. It's for removal, right, Scott? Yeah. If you just write me a note as to where those poles are, to Gilder and I'll make sure that the Assistant Chief's on top of that.
And Landers won't be able to repave the final till those poles are out and they tamp the soil in so that you don't end up with the one that used to be in front of the Chemung School, right, Jimmy?
Helen
Get that.
Hansen School. Okay, great. We have two things. All right. Mrs. Walsh, is there anything else?
No,
You had three.
Enough of your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other citizens' comments? With there being none, we'll move to the next agenda item, and that is item number 3, Town Manager comments.
Get Select Board comments?
Well, Select Board comments are actually listed as item number 4. It's
Oh,
a different order of
I am
things.
honored. Madam Chair, I've got a few things. I'll be very quick. First of all, very exciting. We've set up a community center development page on my Facebook page. You'll see a section that'll say Community Center Update. And every week we're giving an update as the construction that has occurred that week and all the pictures that go with it. Kelsey is going over there once a week to take pictures, and you can see it. They're studying it this week, which is pretty exciting. As I've said in the past, that project will be wrapped up and complete in time for the holiday season, right around December 1st. Second announcement, Mr. Jaffoon from DPW wanted to announce at tonight's meeting the holiday schedule for rubbish removal. Due to the 4th of July holiday on Friday, all normal Friday routes for trash and recycling will be picked up on Monday, July 7th. That's on the website for DPW, and Paul wanted me to make that known again this evening. Last announcement was, two announcements. One was from Paula Newt. I'm going to give you the abbreviated version. FY26 first and second quarter real estate and personal property taxes bills went out on June 30th. First and quarter remit copies were in the same envelope. The first quarter tax bill is due on August 1st. The last announcement I have, being very quick here, is very exciting that we applied for and were granted in collaboration with the schools a $2.7 million grant. It's an energy grant for the Wilkins School project. It's for energy efficiency, for water conservation, and so forth. So that was one of the largest issued to municipalities in the Commonwealth, $2.7 million. Madam Chair, that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Coulter. Let's move to the next item, which is Select Board comments. But I would like to go first because I wanted to ask you if you're prepared to talk about the information that Representative Bill Galvin mentioned, like $100,000 going to the 300th anniversary, and there was some other funds allocated in the budget to the town of Stoughton. Good news on the one end, questionable on the other. Are you prepared to talk about that? Or maybe we could talk about it next time.
I think next time would be better. I just got that information today in the form of an email, which was not very descriptive. I am told that we received $100,000 for the 300th. I also know we received an earmark for the fire department for $50,000. Childers just handed it to me. Yeah, I think we should wait till the next meeting because I do have questions about some of these projects and how it would be allocated. I also have questions about who made the request because it wasn't my office. And usually those things come through. So our delegation has been calling department heads directly. And nothing says they shouldn't, but we should coordinate those efforts.
Yes, coordinate the efforts.
So I'll have more information for you at our next meeting.
Thank you very much. I'll
Thank you,
go
Chair.
online. Mr. Chairman, do you have any comments under Select Board comments?
None for tonight. Thank you very much. I guess the only comment I would have is I just wanted to express my gratitude to you, Madam Vice Chair, for leading this meeting. Sorry I couldn't make it in person. I'm visiting family out of state, and unfortunately also today I happen to be a little bit under the weather. But very much grateful to your leadership. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, anytime. Mr. Gito, how about you? Do you have any comments under Select Board comments?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gito. How about you, Mr. Carrara?
I just have a quick comment. I want to put a shout out to the trash employees of the town and thank them for what they do because I would not want to be living in Sharon or Revere right now.
Revere.
And it's a good thing that they don't strike. They can't strike, and I've never heard any complaints. They just do it for us, and I thank them. I don't normally say too much, but I thought it should go out to them that my trash is going out tomorrow, and I don't have a problem with it. So a lot of thanks out to them.
And we
it'll
don't
be
give them
picked up.
enough kudos. We don't praise them enough. They do a heck of a job.
Sure
Mr.
do.
Coulter, did you want to comment?
I just agree with Scott. Whether it's a freezing cold day or a steaming hot day with a 100-degree temperature, there's two things we know. The mail is coming in and the trash will be removed.
Absolutely. Well, without any other comments, let's move on to item number 5. Deputy Jim O'Connor, can you step forward? And the item is Chapman Road Traffic Study Update. Please introduce yourself. We all know you, but, audience at home may not.
Good evening, Deputy Chief Jim O'Connor from the Police Department. Thank you for having me. You as the board tasked me several months ago, I think it was actually back in December of 2024, to do a series of studies for checking on speed at Chapman Road. So I've done that with the assistance of Officer Kamara. I provided you and appeared before you back in, I believe, March with the March results. And then we just did another one the first 9 days of June. So the results of that showed just over 9,800 vehicles passed on Chapman Road in that 10-day span. The average speed was 30 miles an hour. The 85th percentile, so meaning 85% of all the vehicles on that road were going under 34 miles an hour, 34 or under, I should say. And the total enforceable violations, which we set at 10 miles per hour over, was 2% of the traffic. The thing to notice about that is legitimately has been pretty consistent. The volume goes up and down depending on the time of year we do the study, and for how long, because I have some history where we've done it for 3 days and other history we've done it for 5 and then some for 7 and 9. And it's just a matter of how long the battery lasts on the unit we put up. But consistently, I go back to 2006 was the first one that I was involved in and aware of. The average speed back then, and this was over 3 days, was 26, so a little lower than what it is now. But the 85th percentile, meaning 85% of vehicles, were going 33 or less. In 2019, we did another one, and that was for 6 days. Average speed was 29, 85th percentile was 33, and 1.5% of the vehicles had enforceable violations. In 2022, did another one. 27 miles per hour was the average speed, 30.9 was the 85th percentile, so it dropped there. And then 3% of the vehicles were enforceable violations. And then you come into October of 24, which was the average speed was 29, 85th percentile was 33, and 2% were enforceable violations. And then we lead into March that I've already provided with you with 38 miles per hour, 34 at the 85th percentile, 3% enforceable violations, and now today from June, average speed of 30 miles an hour, 85th percentile 34, and the percentage of enforceable violations at 2%. So the only thing that's really changed is the volume. The volume's definitely increased over the years. So for the 6 days back in 2019, there was, and that was in April of 2019, there was just over 6,300 vehicles. So for 9 days, the last 2 times I've done it has been 8,100 and 9,800. So a pretty good increase in the volume. So I can understand why the residents of Chapman Road feel they have a speeding problem, because there's definitely been an increase. One thing we have done over the years is decrease the amount of trucks that actually go on that road. The town spent thousands of dollars in money to study that and then come up with a plan, and then more money to do that. And I actually got a call from one lady up there that used to call me every single day with the number of trucks that pass by her house, and thanked me because it has been greatly reduced because of the town's efforts. I don't feel that there is a major speeding problem on Chapman Road. I do understand that there are going to be instances of speeding vehicles on that road. I had an officer call me 2 days ago about a car he just happened to be going down there, and this car was flying by and literally thought it was going like 60 miles an hour, and he stopped it and dealt with it and cited the operator. When we're there, we can enforce that, and we're not against doing that. It's just not a set problem that has a set time of day and a set issue. It is random vehicles throughout the day and night that will go down there at a higher rate of speed. I, at this point, am not willing to make any recommendations for improvements. I don't think there's really any need for improvements at this point. But you, as the board of the traffic commissioners, you can determine otherwise if you say so. Or the other thing is you can deal with the town's traffic engineering company to maybe see if they can provide any issues at this point, or fixes or changes to help reduce the road speed, which, again, I don't think is drastic. But
Thank you for that update. I turn to my select board members. Do you have any questions or comments? Oh, Chairman Cavey, did you?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Madam Vice Chair. Also, Deputy Chief, thank you so much for coming here tonight. If I say something that's wrong, please feel free to correct me. As I recall, the residents of that street have expressed some concern that there was a lot of high-speed traffic and there were a lot of people speeding, and that it was unsafe. As I recall, 6 months ago or so, you had started a process of collecting data that didn't support that conclusion. I think they countered with that well, we only looked at it for a couple of days, so we gave it a little time and we decided to run this experiment again. And it sounds like we don't have data that supports that conclusion. I thank you very much for taking the time and putting forward the effort to collect the data and to analyze it. I don't personally support continuing to put resources into this. I think we have the information we need to do it, to come up with a conclusion here. And I very much appreciate the work you've been doing.
thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Gito, did you have any questions or comments on this topic to Deputy Jim O'Connor?
I thank the deputy for doing yet another study. I agree with all the comments that the chair made, and I think we should just accept the data and move on. This may be one of the highest number of studies done on a small section of street that I can recall.
I have data going back to 1997 for that road.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Carrara, how about you?
I knew it was going to come to this, because if you travel that road, you get a sense of you look at what you're doing for speed. Sometimes I find out I'm doing below 30 because I'm just dragging my feet. You come through that gated piece up the front, and it's not a super straight like highway that you're continuing off of, say, 24. But the only problem I have is we all now know how to drive on a one-way street. When you get to the end, you're going to make a left. Where do you go? You don't go to the right to make the left. You go all the way to the left to go left. You go all the way to the right to go right. It's kind of tricky when you're sitting there and you're waiting for the traffic and you go to go left, and the guy on the right-hand side beside you goes left, because that's how they were taught to drive. So the only thing I was going to make, a pitch for, and if you think so, Deputy Chief O'Connor, when you get to the end of that street, do you think we should have a double yellow line 25 feet back from Turnpike with a arrow right to help the people who don't know how to drive on a one-way street, so we can eliminate, and I've seen it a couple of times just coming up Turnpike, they do it in front of each other.
So what it would have to be would be either a solid or a dashed white line.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Because double yellow
Whatever you
means
think.
two separate
Right.
lanes in different directions.
Right.
But I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think it's very wide at that end, on the Turnpike Street end, and you do see people either hover in the middle or to the right before taking the left-hand turn, which, again,
know it's
is
creature of
because
habit.
everyone
You gotta-
stays to the right. Right.
So I didn't know
Correct.
if that's something
I would not be opposed to that.
All right. And then when people see traffic in one direction, it always looks faster than traffic in two directions. So if you had cars coming up the street and a neighbor was looking out, your eyes aren't drawn to that one vehicle. It takes your eyes off. So when you see one car, 30 looks like 50.
Correct. And I understand it is residential.
Right.
You know what I mean? So a car going 30 probably seems like it's going 40, 45, because you're so used to being on a residential street with kids out playing, riding bikes, things like that. But if they're obeying it, they're obeying it.
So that's all I have, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Carrera. So to you, Deputy Chief O'Connor, one, you've done your study and you've explained it to us, and your recommendation was to take no action because you've done multiple studies.
Correct.
So did you need a vote from the board on this to make a motion to accept your recommendation?
I don't think so. I think you only need to take a vote if I make some sort of recommendation that
There was a
would
change.
be a change up there that you guys would have to, as the traffic commissioners, vote on and take action with. But I'm not making any suggestions or changes or anything like that, so I don't feel a vote is necessary.
Well, thank you so much, because based on the comments from the other select board members, it looks like we concur with your findings. So
Thank
thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. Thanks for
Okay.
having me.
Madam Chair, I assume that members will have no objection to us posting this study on the website?
I have no objection.
Scotty? Okay.
Mr. Chairman, do you have any objection? And Mr. Gito, do you have an
No objection.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're all set then.
Thank you.
This public. All right. Let's move right along to our next. Oh. The next item is item number 7, the Town Vehicle Use Policy. Proposed amendments to be voted on, the final version to be on July 15th, 2025. But at this time, I'll ask the Select Board members if you have any questions about the policy at this time or any proposed motion for changes. Yes, Mr. Carrara.
Through you, Madam Chairman, to the town manager. Tom, do you want to put this off for one more week, one more meeting, so that Lou, Steve, and Joe can all be in the room, so it's not,
I have no objection at all.
it'd be easier.
I have no objection.
I suspect maybe you'd want to do the next issue as well when
I
they're
would,
present.
um,
There's no hurry on it, Scott.
I feel bad for Sharon. It's just, I'd rather have everybody sitting at the table.
I certainly have no
It's-
objection.
It makes it hard for you, because if we say, okay, let's do that, now we got to take a vote, take a roll call. If everybody's here, you just
Right.
go, aye, it's over. What do you think?
Okay.
And
Thank
one-
you so much, Ms. Johnson.
One point, Madam Chair, it may only be my copy, but there's some pages that are not in order, but all of the pages,
Fixed mine.
all of the pages are there.
Okay.
I fixed mine.
Yeah, I saw that the the even numbers were missing, so.
I didn't know
if it was
evens at once.
Oh, shoot, that's funny.
So, Madam Chair, do you need a motion to defer those two agenda items, or is it just by consent? Good.
Just consent. When we come back to this, I do have some questions on the policy, the stipend. How did you evaluate that? And also on how do you track when an employee is driving from home to work and then maybe to another site, and then from that site back home? To say that they aren't going to get, yeah,
Sure.
we have questions about that, so,
The good news is the IRS has defined that for us.
good. So thank you very
We'll look
much.
forward to that. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson.
The parade.
And so we'll do the same for the next item, which is item number 8, and that is policy for consideration for Veterans Memorial Square dedication. Does that work for you, Mr. Chairman, and also Mr. Gito? Table it until we're all in the Great Hall. All right, so
That works for me. Thank you.
thank you so much. Okay. The last item on our agenda is consent agenda items. First, I'll list all of the items, and then you can tell me if any one of you would like to pull for further discussion. So item 9A is approval of open session minutes meeting of June 3rd, 2025, and June 20th, 2025. 9B is application for a license for a road race, Be Inspired Together Incorporated, Spooky 5K Mile Walk on October 10th, 2025. 9C is application for a road race permit, Stoughton Town Spa, Care for Kidneys, the Kidney Bean 5K Walk Run on September 28th, 2025. 9D, acceptance of donation from Copeland Family Foundation Incorporated to the Town of Stoughton Animal Control. And 9E is repurpose agreement between the Town of Stoughton and the Stoughton Historical Society. And last but not least is 9F, integrated collective bargaining agreement between the Town of Stoughton and the Stoughton Library Staff Association for the period of July 1, 2025 to June 30th, 2028. Does anyone want to pull any of those items for further discussion?
I would like to pull item E.
Item E, that's the repurpose agreement between the Town of Stoughton and the Stoughton Historical Society. Are there any other items that would like to be pulled?
Madam Chairman, I have A and F.
A and F. And I see we have guests in the audience. And do we know what items?
That's the road race for Town Spa. That's Matt Phillips and his wife.
Oh, okay.
They can come up if
That's right. So then I would like to pull item 9C, application for road race permit, Stoughton Town Pizza, Care for Kidneys, the Kidney Bean 5K Walk Run on September 28th. And so we could, now that they're here, we could hear a little bit more about the road race and anything else they would like to say. So,
You want to come up?
yeah, please come up so you can introduce yourself and we can see you also.
Matt,
Thank
when
you.
Press that button, just let it turn green. Just once. Okay. And it'll turn green. Around the neck here. So press it. There you go. And pull it close to you.
Perfect.
There you go.
All right, this is my first time here. Hi, everybody.
Oh, yeah, hi. It's
I'm
so
also
nice
a town meeting rep, so I've met most of you. So my name is Matt Phillips. This is my wife, Kathleen Phillips. And my mom told me not to make her the poster child of this walk run, but I'm gonna. So I'm a runner myself. I do a lot of road races. I run through town every day. I mean, last week through town, I ran 30 miles through this town. And I love this town. I've been in this town all my life. So my mom had found out that she was diagnosed with stage 3 kidney disease. And she came to me about 3 weeks, maybe a month ago, and says, hey, is there any walks or runs for kidney disease? And there are some, none locally. There's a walk coming up in like October, but other than that, there's not a whole lot. So I had said to her, I go, you know what? Why don't we do one? She goes, well, I don't even know how we would go about that. I go, I'll take care of it all. So that's what I did. So I talked to Deputy Chief O'Connor. We went over the entire roadmap for it to make sure that we were good on that point, how many detail officers that we would need. We set up all the timers and stuff for the event already. Got everything in place just for, and then submitted the application just to make sure I had all my ducks in a row. Thank you, babe. So.
First, sorry to hear about your mom, but congratulations on pulling this all together.
Thank you.
It's a really good job that you did. So did anyone have any questions for Mr. and Mrs. Phillip? Mr. Cavey, Chairman Cavey?
I have no questions, but thank you very much for going through all the effort to create this event. If I can put my self together, I'd love to be able to compete in it.
That's not going to happen.
Well, we would love to have you.
No promises.
I think Scotty's been icing his ankle to do it, so.
That's funny.
It's a wheelchair run?
Okay, Mr. Gito, did you have any comments or questions for the Phillips?
I'm very sorry to hear about your mother, and I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. So thank you.
Well, I guess my mother is listening. I can see her up on the screen.
Oh.
That is good.
Okay. There she is. I just asked about you. Hi. Nice meeting you.
That's my daughter, Sophia.
Hello there. She's on mute, okay?
Oh, Mom, you're on mute. It's the speakerphone button at the bottom.
Hello there.
Hi. Hi. I wasn't planning on talking or anything. Matthew's got it for me.
This is great. You did a great job. Mr. Crow,
Thank you.
thank you for showing. Mr. Crowley, did you have any comments or anything?
I've known Matty a long time. My wife knows his wife better than I know his wife. But it is a big thing, and I was glad that I was able to help you out a little bit, and I'm glad I can help you out this way. Your mother's a fantastic person. The whole family is I've known them all my life, so it's great to see that you're taking over now and giving back for what we got when we were kids, so it works the other way, so you're like a new breed now. You'll be able to run anything you want, even more than you do.
I appreciate that, Scotty.
I really do, Maddie. My heart goes out to you guys.
And I had nothing else on this agenda item. Did you want to go ahead and approve or take a vote on item 9B, which is the application for the license for the road race Be Inspired, and 9C, application for a road race permit Town Spa, and D, acceptance of donation for the Copeland Family Foundation? And then we can do the other ones later.
I'll make that motion, Madam Chairman, to accept 9B, 9C, and D as written in the consent agenda.
Great. Was that Mr.
Steve?
Chairman KV that you second that? So on the roll call vote, Chairman KV?
Yes.
Mr. Gito?
Yes.
Mr. Carrara?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. Congratulations.
Thank you
Look forward
guys
to
so
seeing
much.
you at the-
Thank you.
Good
Madam
luck,
Chair,
Matt.
was there anything on A that I missed?
Someone pulled that item.
I did.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So now for the item 9A, approval of open session minutes, meeting of June 3rd, 2025, and June 20th, 25. Mr. Carrara, did you have a comment or a question about that?
I don't have a question. I have a correction
A correction on
for June 20th minutes, page 2.
June 20th, page 2.
Yeah. June, yeah. The night we met with the redevelopment, what's that?
On the agenda, it says
It says June 20th on the agenda, so that's why I wrote it. Only do what I do.
That's right. Can only do
What number do you want me to use? 17?
17 or 20.
Okay, we'll use 17 this
So
week.
there's the edit to the agenda. We change open meeting session minutes from June 20th to June 17th.
Thank you.
Okay? And then you had a correction.
Yeah. Just for,
Page 2.
yeah, page 2, it's in the middle where it says, Mr. Gito nominated Mr. Kirby. And then it says Vice Chair Roberts nominated Ms. Parker. That was actually Rachel Lazarus nominated Natasha Parker, and you said I double nominate her. Am I correct? Because I got that in my notes. I just wanted, to be right so that it's right. Give Rachel the notoriety. She was first out of the gate when Roberta asked her. That's all I have there. Do you want me to talk about F2?
Yes, you pulled, so that corrected A, and then F is integrated collective bargaining agreement. Yes. Mr. Carrara asked to pull that.
Do we have time to read that, or because I got mine on Friday?
Certainly.
Or is that something new? That's not what we've seen before, right?
It's correct.
All right, I'll need a little time on
We
that.
voted for and approved previously the MOU, where it's effective today. It comes before you today to vote it.
All right.
But yes, there's no hurry. It's in effect today, but
You guys want to vote it? Do you want to vote it, Deb?
either way
Yes,
is fine.
I would like to vote it
All right, we can
unless
vote it. It's the one that we approved in
Yes.
there.
it was the
Okay.
one we
You
approved.
I
already
thought it was
approved the-
something new. I was like,
No, you approved the MOU.
okay.
And that's
Nope.
been codified
That's all I
in the
needed
contract.
to know, is that it was the one that we had read before.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay. Does anyone else have questions about 9F? Okay, with silence mean consent, all righty. And let's go back to E.
Lou wanted E.
9E, which is repurpose agreement between the town of Stoughton and Mr. Gito. You're on.
Yeah, I have some real concerns about this. Are we going to store the repurposed truck with the fire engine? Are we going to put the fire engine on the repurposed truck? How much is it going to cost to put put a body on that repurposed ambulance? And you know, I've seen vehicles towed on a smaller trailer than a large
Okay.
a carrier, and I'm wondering, are we going to have something like a tow truck with one of those long ramps that extend in order to get the truck on that body? It seems to me that we've got costs that are in front of us that we don't know about, and I'm not comfortable with doing that.
Thank you, Mr. Gito. I believe Mr. Carrera had a comment on your concern.
It was passed at the last meeting, and the wording was changed by Brian Winter to go with the way we're doing it. And to answer Lou's question, Mr. McCrisky has a trailer that's low to the ground for that fire truck to get on. It has ramps, and it just goes up easy onto what they call a low deck trailer. It's a fifth wheel trailer, Lou, and what they're going to put on the back of the truck is not a body. They're going to put a fifth wheel mount with, I think, diamond plate boxes on the side for him to keep some stuff in, but there's not going to be a big paid body for it. The body, that's the ambulance body's coming off, and he's going to use it actually like a tractor trailer. It's called a fifth wheel trailer, light duty, and it'll more than handle his fire truck. And he stores it in a climately controlled environment garage for that purpose. So basically, all we're giving him is a truck that can be repurposed, and it's better that it got handed down that way, if that answers questions.
Mr. Gito, did that answer that one concern? I know you listed a couple of them, but does that answer that one concern you had? Because we did discuss.
It's an interesting thing. I'm wondering whether or not we have vehicles in town already that could pull that trailer, and why would we repurpose it rather than just selling it? And when we need to move that thing, stick it on a vehicle that we already have. It's not going to be in a parade on any days that a truck is going to be working in the town. So there's a whole lot of things in terms of the storage of the thing, whether or not it's really worth just keeping another piece of equipment that we have. I mean, we've had in the past many pieces of equipment in the old armory. I think we've gotten rid of a lot of them by now, but and thank goodness. But I just don't think it's worth it. So that's my point, and I'm going to vote against it. Everybody else can vote for it, but that's where I am.
Thank you, Mr. Gito. So it was my understanding the town is not paying for that. Can you shed some light on that, Mr. Coulter?
Sure. As it says, Madam Chair, in the attached agreement, the Historical Society is responsible for all maintenance and repair of the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
The town is not.
Right. So all the liability transfers from the town to the Historical Society. Is that correct?
That's correct, Madam Chair.
Okay. So does that take care of the financial issue to you, Mr. Gito?
Respectfully, no.
No. Okay. Okay. In that case, motion to...
Madam Vice Chair?
Yes, we're just going to do this one, just so we can get it on the record, if we take a motion. Mr. Chairman, yes?
Since we had actually, vetted this in the past, and the only difference between what we vetted before and the current document is just the name on the document, which is a minor consideration. Right now, I don't. We're all entitled to our views on this, but I don't feel that relitigating the entire proposal is really in order. But just in order to get the ball rolling on this, because we have already voted in favor of this, and we're just changing the name on the document, I make a motion to approve consent agenda item E, repurpose agreement between the town of Stoughton and the Stoughton Historical Society.
Second.
It was seconded by Mr. Carrara. On the roll call vote, Chairman Cavey.
Yes.
Mr. Gito.
No.
Mr. Carrara.
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. So that takes care of 9E. Next, I'll accept a motion for 9A, approval of open session minutes meeting of June 3rd, 2025, as stated in our package, and June 17th, 2025 meeting minutes with the amendment as indicated by Mr. Carrara. Also, item 9F, that's the integrated corrective bargaining agreement between the town of Stoughton and the Stoughton Library Staff Association for the period of July 1, 2025 to June 30th, 2028. I think those were the two that remain open. Motion
To approve.
Can I get okay, and it was seconded by Chairman Cavey. All in favor on the roll call vote, Chairman Cavey.
Yes.
Mr. Gito.
Yes.
Mr. Carrara.
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. So that takes care of all of our consent agenda items. Okay. So we have the executive session item is being tabled to another date because we needed additional testimony. So in that case, I'll accept a motion to adjourn the Select Board open meeting.
So made.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor on the roll call vote, Chairman Cavey.
Yes.
Mr. Gito.
Yes.
Mr. Carrara.
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. Good night, everyone, and I will see you next time.
Tell them what time the parade is.
The parade is at 10 a.m. on Friday, July 4th, and I look forward to seeing everyone there. Take care. Bye-bye.